Okay, you guys, we're going to quickly review Module 11, analyzing and comparing data. So this one we're going to compare the data displaying both of those as both dot plots. So this one is hours spent using technology per day when it's a school day, and this one is when it's not a school day. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go easy and find the ranges and the medians first because that's easier for me than the mean. So remember, ranges is from the smallest to the biggest with the difference. So this one is a minus 3 is 5. So that's for this one. And then for this one is 15 minus 10 is also 5. So I'm going to use, the range is the same. Okay, so I'm going to say it's the same on this one. Okay. That's going to compare that one. The medians is going to be the middle number. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many dots I have, how many data points. Okay. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I also have 13. So then I can split 6 and 6, and the 7 one is going to be my middle number, okay? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my middle number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my middle number, okay? If there were an even amount of dots, what you have to do is you have, for instance, whether you have this one, you have to take the two middle ones and then add them together and divide by 2 because you want to try to find your average. And same thing over here. But in this case, we don't have that. So the medians for this one is 6. And the median for this one is 12. So then how can I compare? I can say that the hours spent in a day, the median is less than when it's not a school day. Okay, so that's my comparison there. And then the means, remember, I have to add them all together and then divide by how many data points I have. Okay, so I'm going to try not to erase that. So I have 3 plus 8, because 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 5. And then I have 3, 6, so 6 times 3 is 18. I don't do one by one, I do it like that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 7 is 35. So plus 35 plus 8. And I get 77. So I go 77 divided by 13 should give me my mean for this one. And I get 5.92. So I'm going to round it to use 5.9. Okay. I'm going to just check again to see if I got the right answer. I'm going to do individual points for the dots. Yeah, 77, so we're good. Okay, so let me do this one now. That's 20, plus 11, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 48, plus 26, plus 42, plus 15. I got 162 divided by 13. 12.46, so I'm going to round to 12.5, and that's less. So let me just check it again, doing individual additions. Yep, 162. Okay, so then so this one is greater, right? So this is less than that. Okay, so that's how you compare information there. This one we're gonna use box plots or whisker plots, and then so we're gonna see which one has the greater median. Remember, this is my Q1. This is my minimum, maximum, Q1s, lower quartile, mediums, and then these are my upper quartiles or Q3s. Okay, so the mediums is this right here. In this case, that's 11. In this case, this is 10. So which one has the greater median? We're gonna say class A, points earned on class 8. And then the greater IQR. Remember, IQR is Q3 minus Q1 my interquartile range. So basically this right here, the distance. So I have to take this one, subtract it from, so I go Q3 minus Q1. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 minus 10. So this is 3. So this one has a 3 IQR. And then this one, I start 12 minus 7. That's 5. So this is IQR of 5. So the class B has a greater interquartile range. Okay. Remember, each of this is 25% of the data point. Lastly, we're going to use statistic measures to compare populations. So this one is asking us to spread difference and the means as a multiple of the ranges. I'm going to use the same information here. So the mean, so we're going to look at the difference of the mean. So then I have this right here. So what's the difference between 12 and 6 is 6. Okay, so that's the difference. And then as a multiple of the ranges. So that means I'm going to divide by the range, which is 5. So 6 divided by 5 is 1.2. So that will be my answer for that one. Okay, that was way easier than when we did the means of average deviation. So let me just do an example over here so you can recall how to do that. So remember, the first thing you have to do is find your mean. So we already did it. Okay, I'm gonna just do a few points so you can see that. And then you're gonna look at the difference. Remember, absolute value. You have to take the difference. So for instance, I'm gonna take this one. So the mean on this one is 5.9, right? So then I have to say, okay, so what's 3 minus 5.9? The difference is 2.9. So I'm gonna say, okay, so this one is 2.9. And then for this one, it's going to be 1.9 twice, right? And then for this one, it's going to be just 0.99 tenths. And then for this one, it's going to be 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, because I have 3 of those. And then you go 7 minus 5.9, that's going to be 1.1. And you have 5 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for this one, it would be 2.1. And so so that's the difference, okay, for each, comparing the mean to each one of those points, okay? Then you're going to take all of this and you're going to add them together and find the actual mean again, okay? So I'm going to add them all together and divide by 13. So let me do that really. So I got 15 and a half, and I have to divide that by 13 to get my math. So I get approximately 1.2, okay? So this one, what it means is that in average, every one of those points is 1 and 2 tenths away from the mean, okay? That's what it means. And so if you were asked to say the difference of the means as a multiple of their maths, you're gonna take the difference, which was 6, and then you divide it by that to get the expression that shows the difference of the means compared to the multiples of compared to the as a multiple of your math. Okay. Alrighty. God bless you. Bye.